Hi friends, WHO has declared coronavirus as a pandemic in the world, and this virus, which was initially found in Wuhan in China, now has spread all over the world. And in China itself, more than 3,000 deaths was reported. In India, till now, almost 51 cases are diagnosed as corona, and since last night, one death was reported. Though comparative to other countries of the world, the death rate in India is less. It has become a panic all over the world. A lot of travelers, they are trapped, and people are not getting visa for traveling because of this corona. And people check up and all. Many people are so much panic that they are getting masks from the market, even they are not exposed, or if there are no chance of exposure, or sometimes even with simple respiratory tract infection, a simple fever or cough, patient is getting panic that they are having coronavirus. So I thought I'll give you the exact information regarding corona so that you don't get panic and you can get the information which is very necessary. First of all, I'll tell you cases of corona. Like, what are the cases of corona? Case means it is, you can say, a patient in general term, who is the patient of corona. So for us, for doctors, or for many references, we use the term case, but here I will tell you as patient of corona. So who are the cases of corona? There are 5 types. You just memorize this. First type is any patient having fever and one of the other respiratory symptoms like cough or shortness of breath, and patient has history of travel to a country or a territory or a place where confirmed case of corona was there, then he becomes a case. Yes, in this case, patient has to have these respiratory symptoms and fever. Then he must have history of travel or history of close contacts where he had traveled in that place, confirmed case of corona was there. Then only he should be considered a case of corona. So this one is the first one. Now come to second. Any patient or health worker who is having respiratory symptoms like cough, shortness of breath, then fever, and he had contact of confirmed case of COVID-19, which is coronavirus, and without any protection, the patient was exposed, the health worker was exposed, and the person should have respiratory symptom. Without respiratory symptom, don't consider it as corona. And this exposure, like contact with coronavirus patient, should be in last 14 days. Here I will give you an example. Suppose a patient who has respiratory symptoms at present had traveled to Kerala maybe 4 months back, or just he had traveled to Wuhan, China 2 months back. Then also he is not corona because he had traveled 2 months back to China, but he has not developed the respiratory symptom then. Now after 2 months he has developed the symptoms. So probably he has got some respiratory infection in his own place, maybe a flu or maybe influenza, like any respiratory infection, any viral infection or bacterial infection. But if we had contracted coronavirus, COVID-19, then he must have developed the symptom within 14 days. So it is not corona. Now in third third situation, if a person having respiratory symptoms, fever, cough and shortness of breath, he has been investigated for all the other diseases possible, but all the other etiologies are ruled out, then we can think of corona or we can suspect corona. So that was third case. Fourth case is if a person is investigated for COVID-19 or coronavirus and the test result has come inconclusive, means neither it has come negative nor it has come positive. In that situation, if we have suspicion on this patient, then we can consider it is a case of corona. And the last one is if the patient has no symptoms of respiratory tract, like any patient who just traveled from outside, or we just want to do some routine test, but patient doesn't have any respiratory symptom, but after doing laboratory test it has come as positive for corona, then it is a laboratory confirmed coronavirus case, but patient is not having symptom, probably he has not developed the symptom. So these are 5 situations where we can consider these are cases of corona, not just mere having respiratory symptoms, just having fever and cough, just having a travel history long back. We cannot call it as a case of corona. Now come to contacts of corona. Who are considered as contacts of corona, or in which situation we consider them as contacts of corona, because those are the people who are at risk of developing cases of corona, like patient of coronavirus. In first situation, if a person or a health worker directly exposed to a patient of confirmed case of coronavirus without using personal protective equipment, I think you must have known this personal protective equipment. You have seen in TV and all media they are showing, like there are equipments in which case patient or any health worker or any person who can protect himself wearing a equipment through the whole body will be covered. Patient will be wearing goggles, then mask, and the whole body will be covered. These are disposable things. So these are called personal protective equipment. If a person without using personal protective equipment touches a patient or take care of a patient in close contact with the patient, then he is a contact of coronavirus. Then next is, if a person stays in the same home, then in a classroom a case of coronavirus is there, or in a gathering where a COVID-19 confirmed case is there, in that situation also that person is a contact of corona. And in third case, if a person travels in the same bus or flight or in a train where within 1 meter there was a case of COVID-19, that is a contact of corona, not more than that. So don't be panicked that okay, like 5 or 6 meter away or 10 meter away one patient is there who had coronavirus or has coronavirus infection, and don't get panicked that you will get that infection. So that is about contact. Now there are 2 types of contact. One is high risk contact, another is low risk contact. First of all, low risk contact. First one is if a person shared a classroom with a coronavirus patient, then it is low risk contact. When in the gathering, if the person was in a distance, then also it is low risk contact. And patient who has traveled in the same bus or train or flight where a coronavirus patient was there, that is a low risk contact. There is less possibility that this person will get coronavirus infection. Now come to high risk contact. Any person or any health worker who has directly touched the body fluid of the patient of coronavirus, any body fluid, maybe sputum or any urine, feces or any type of other body fluid, if the person is in contact with this type of body fluid of the patient, then he is high risk contact. And the next is any health worker or doctor or anyone who has directly touched the patient for physical examination or for taking care of the patient, then he is high risk contact. He should be considered for further investigation or quarantine. Then next come to the third point, the third situation where a person who is taking care of the patient or washing the linen or dishes of the patient, then also he is in high risk contact. Or a person who shares the same house, same room, same home, then that is a high risk contact. Next is a person who is traveling with a coronavirus patient within 3 feet, like patient and the person's distance is less than 3 feet, then that is high risk contact. And if a person joins a gathering or attend any wedding or any function where the contact of the coronavirus patient was very close, that it was less than 3 feet, then he is also a high risk contact. These high risk contacts should be kept in quarantine so that even if he develops the infection, he should not spread the infection to others in the community. Now, I have given you all the information. Another thing I want to tell you is don't get panicked and just like that, don't go to the shop and ask for a mask as you know that you are not going to travel or you are not going to contact this type of patient. Of course, avoid gatherings, avoid functions, and avoid touching. If you are not doctor, if you are not health worker, of course, then avoid touching hands, handshake and all you should avoid. Then usually don't share the same same dish or same bowl, having food from the same container. These are anyway not good hygienic habits, so avoid all those things. And mask, of course, you should use when you know that you are at risk, like we doctors we should use. Yes, nowadays I have seen many videos, many posts where people are doing dishonest business. Just they are selling some used mask. They are collecting from somewhere and without sterilizing those masks, they are saying that in high rate. That is not good, and we should not be trapped in all those things, all those dishonest business. So that's all about coronavirus. If I get new information, something I need to share with you, then definitely I'll come with another video. For today, that's all, and I hope you all will stay healthy and we can beat coronavirus.